you're up close on somebody.
Yeah.
I mean,
A lot of danger's going on.
yeah.
A lot of danger.
Hey, welcome back to the Handlebar Garden. Today we're going to talk about tailgaters.
Stay tuned for that. All right, we got another outside edition, back porch edition. The True Garden.
It's too hot this
It's
time
too
of
hot.
year.
It don't have AC. We would go in the house, but somebody told me a long time ago, AC ruins many a good man. And I'll say I'm probably one of those, but still, we thought we kind of big hanging out on the back porch. So, like Mike said, we'll talk a little bit about tailgaters and maybe the do's and the don'ts of what you should do if you're being tailgated. And some of the hazards is kind of what I wanted to kind of focus on first, as far as that goes.
Somebody that don't ride, never been on a bike, doesn't realize. I mean, everything's open. I mean,
Everything.
There's nothing there. When you're in a vehicle, you've got steel and glass and aluminum and plastic all around you.
Yep. Yeah, we got air.
Yep.
And in a car, of course, you got or a truck, you got your seat belts that keeps you inside that vehicle. On a bike, you go flying. Hazards we got to watch for on the road. I know a lot of people do this, and I'll say at one time, I guess I had a habit of it 2 years ago, is riding right here. I don't ride right here no more. I ride out there.
Yeah.
My eyes are as far as I can see. When I'm going into a turn, my eyes go to where I want to be, not where I am. So,
and that's something that comes with experience.
Yep, it does.
New riders, they'll look front tire.
Yep. And
then the type of bike you have. If
Okay.
it has a fairing, then you're forced to look farther out.
Farther on out, yep. But some of the hazards, like tires laying in the road, them gators off of big trucks,
people stove garbage out the window.
Animals, dead animals, either dead or even alive coming out at you. You always got to, be focused on what's going around. So, and with that being said, all we've really talked about is everything out there. Okay? Now, just as important, I'll say just as important, is what's back there behind you.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that love to get up on you and tailgate you.
And even that traffic lights, stop signs, something like that, even just get right up.
So you hear the engine run.
Yeah.
Well, I can hear your engine idling. You're too close. You're way too close. But you have that. So that's a hazard too, back behind me.
If your foot slips off the brake or if somebody bumps you, then you're just, bam, you're right into us.
Yep.
And we're going down.
Yep. So again, they're in a cage. We're not.
I don't need that.
You don't need that. Son, tell him. That's probably a phone.
Yeah.
If I'm not guessing right. Anyway.
It happened that quick.
It's that quick. That quick. Inattention. But a lot of your hazards in the back. So if somebody's tailgating you, I'm gonna say basically what not to do. Focus a little bit on that. I've heard of people, may or may not have seen people, may or may not have been included with such people. I've known of people carrying spark plugs. Start chunking them. Washers. Start chunking them. BBs. Start chunking them. Spitting. Turning around, screaming, losing their mind. When you're younger, you
don't think about the consequences.
You're not thinking about consequences.
I guess it's the road rage.
So
They're too close. You know it's dangerous. You want them away from you. So yeah, you take something out of your pocket and over your
Yep.
shoulder.
I think what you should do is maybe look back or check your speed. Well, how fast am I going? What is the speed limit? What's the flow of traffic like, especially if on a big road? And if you don't know, I call the interstate the big road. I figure y'all would know that, but I'll just tell you this one time. But sometimes the flow of traffic is over the speed limit. Sometimes you have to go over the speed limit to stay with the flow of traffic. If you're not comfortable, say the speed limit is 70, and if you're not comfortable riding 80, I would suggest you probably don't need to be on a big road until you are comfortable riding 80. That's just how I feel about it. That's my opinion. But check your speed. Maybe you're going just too slow. Look, and it depends on what the traffic is like. Can that guy go around you safely? If he can, maybe motion him on around.
Yeah.
But don't bow up.
If you're on a bike, you should be enjoying riding.
Exactly.
You shouldn't be trying to race to get to where it is you're going.
Right. Yep. So, what not to do? Speed up. Because say we're doing 60. Say the speed limit is 60. I'm just saying, just for general purposes. Speed limit is 60, and say we're doing 60. And somebody comes up on you, and they're close. Okay. So I go up to 70. Well, now he's just going to bump his speed up too. Now we're doing 70. And I'm going to go to 80. Well, the faster you go, the consequences get greater. And you go to 80, now you're going 80 mile an hour on your tail. Now it's like a cat and a mouse thing. He might be playing. You're wanting it to end. So, so now the faster you go, the more you've got to make sure that you're able to get out there and see what's going on in front of you. So like Mike said, I don't really worry about what's going on here. I need to be focused out front. So don't get mad. Don't get excited. As Mike done commented,
That's when road rage.
it's just let it go. Hey, if you're on a big road, every big road's got the shoulder. Turn the turn signal on, roll over to the side, let him go on around. If you're on a rural road, same thing. At a good safe place, flip your turn signal on if you've got them. For years I didn't, and that's what I always said that was what my arms was for. And still sometimes I'll use my arms too. So, but pull over, let them go on. Flipping them with a bird, pulling out your get back whip, pulling off your big get back whip and slap it upside, or kicking somebody's car, or throwing spark plugs makes a bad situation a whole lot worse.
There's all kinds of YouTube videos of road rage.
Yep.
Where people have crashed bikes and flipped cars and everything else. And for the most part, it's not worth it.
No, it's not worth it. And never ever, if you carry a weapon, if that weapon is drawn, it's to be used.
Yeah.
And to use a weapon because of an idiot tailgating me is not part of any equation. I have not been in, and thankfully, I've never been in a situation out on the road like that I got so mad and aggravated that I draw a weapon. That's if you're that, I don't know the word. If you're that loose,
Stressed out.
if you're that, maybe you ought not be carrying a weapon.
Yeah.
Maybe you ought not be carrying a weapon. Again, this is my opinion, and we've kind of talked about this beforehand. Actually, we didn't mention about that. It just popped in my head, but still, don't pull. Now, if they draw a weapon, I mean, it's to defend myself.
Yeah.
It's not to oppose
But
my
if-
will on you. It's to keep you from opposing your will on me.
If you're throwing spark plugs at somebody, that
Yeah.
increases the chances if they got one, they're going to draw it
There
because
you go.
they're thinking you trying to kill me.
So now
And
you,
you're thinking you're tailgating me, you're trying to kill me, so I'm going to throw something at you to get you away from me.
Yep.
And
So-
they see stuff flying at them like, well, this guy's crazy, he's trying to kill me.
Yep.
And then you end up, somebody does get killed.
so keep your cool. Pull over if you have to. Keep the peace. We're all in this together. And there's one thing for sure, we ain't getting out of it alive. So, but I want to hang out here as long as possible. You know, as long as the good Lord would have me be here, that's as long as I want to hang out.
What's the saying? Die young as late as possible.
I want, here's the way I've always said, when they look at me in that old box, I don't want them to say, boy, he looks good. I want them to say, man, he is wore out. He is done his time. So, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, not to use plumb up, but I mean, you know, I don't know. But anyway, we hope somehow this help you out, entertain you some way.
Well, here's a little side note. If somebody is tailgating you, I mean, you can do this and kind of play innocent. If they're right up on you, all they're seeing is you. If there's something in the road, maybe it's one of the pieces of tire, bag of garbage, or whatever.
Yep.
You can kind of get real close, and then you can whip out around it.
Let
They
them
can't.
let
so,
them cram it.
Yeah, and then, I mean, it's totally an accident.
So
Yeah, for the most part, just let them go on.
let them go on. It ain't worth the hospital visit. It ain't worth the visit to the morgue
Or prison time.
or prison time. Because I didn't want him on my tail, and I could have pulled over. I could imagine you sitting, or anybody sitting in a cell for 20 years because I got hot-headed because the dude was tailgating me. That'd be a long time to think about it, wouldn't it? So, anyway, hopefully this enlightened you some way, maybe what not to do, maybe you've never even thought about it before. But there's so much road rage going on in this world today on the roads, we thought we'd bring it up and just give you what we thought about it. Appreciate you watching. Please subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up. And I've got a little bell that gets out in the garden. So ring that bell, and that way you'll be notified of more of our
opinions.
Our opinions and shenanigans or whatnot. So y'all take care, ride safe, love one another. Till next time.
Peace out.